Tooways Asmal. Welcome to another episode of Two Ways to Skin a Cat, a show where we talk career experiences, entrepreneurship, and investments. The main aim is to show that there's more than one way to be successful other than just climbing the corporate ladder. Now, we are live on LinkedIn and YouTube, and the show will be available on podcast by tomorrow. For those of you who are listening on the podcast, please leave a rating for the podcast. Now, if you're joining us live, drop a one in the comments so that we know we're not talking to ourselves, and drop a two in the comments if you're watching the recording. My guest for this week is Afikile Madiya, a digital marketing and digital communication specialist. She also assists with CV crafting and is also involved in the world of virtual assistants. Afikile, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Evans, for having me today. I'm Afikile Madiya, and I'm happy to be here today.
Nice. Let's jump straight into it. Tell us your story. Where do you come from? And even outside of work, who is Afikile Madiya? Give us a backstory.
Okay, so Afikile Madiya is a girl from the Eastern Cape. I've been in Johannesburg for about 9 years now. So I can say that I'm a Joburg girl because I got here after matric from 2016. I then came to Johannesburg, and then I've been living here for the past 8 to 9 years. I'm not sure, like you can count. And I'm from the Eastern Cape. I'm doing social media. I started to get into the business of social media marketing in 2020 during COVID-19. You know, when everyone was struggling with work and stuff, and we started going online. That's when I learned about virtual assistant, and that's when I got to the digital marketing space. That was in 2020. So outside of work, I'm someone who believes in African indigenous spirituality, and also I believe that it also goes with me because everything that we do also depends on the belief that you hold. So, as someone who believes in African indigenous spirituality, I believe that every skill that I have goes back to my ancestors. So, yeah, that's me.
Okay. Very short. So we're going to have to get some more information out of you as we go along. But
Yes,
yeah.
you can,
So,
because I feel like
so
questions are better.
okay, let's give it a try. So, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, you're involved in digital marketing and digital communication, which is sort of related, but then CV crafting and virtual assistant services, that's quite a lot. And it's not necessarily all directly related. How do you manage to do all of those different things?
Okay, so I love working online because you work from home sometimes, and you can even work from anywhere. Let's say maybe if you have a conference and you don't have to stop your work, you can attend the conference and then at the same time be able to work after the conference. Let's say maybe you are traveling, you're working from the different province, you don't have to go to the office every day. So I love working online. I love the online space, which is why I made sure that I'll look for the skills. I'll try to make sure that my skills align with working online. So I started becoming a visual assistant in 2020. I did not even know what is a visual assistant at that time. I did not even know that I was a visual assistant until now that everyone is talking about it. Now that's when okay, oh, I was a visual assistant because that time I didn't know. I just met someone on Twitter because I was marketing my business. That time it was not a business. I was still a freelancer, so I was marketing my skills. I was telling people that I can manage your social media. I can create your content. So this other person wanted me to create captions for her. So I was the caption writer for that company. And now, like I just called myself a caption writer. I did not know that I was a visual assistant that time. So that's when I started about visual assistant. And then social media marketing started in 2022, but earlier than visual assistant. So I applied for there was a course that I did, Google Fundamentals of Digital Marketing. That's the course that everyone does if they're starting out with digital marketing. They want to know more about digital marketing, but that course introduces you to digital marketing. And then after that course, that was in 2020, 2019 where I did the course. And I went on LinkedIn. I wrote that I just did a course. So now I'm looking for internship for someone who can just take me in so that I can do their social media. And then there was a company in Johannesburg, CPD, that was also into digital marketing. So she was looking for someone who can create content and also someone that is going to be taking stipend because she was a small business. Then found me on LinkedIn. I did not go to her and ask for the interview or even ask for the job, but she saw me on LinkedIn after I wrote my biography. So I uploaded a new professional summary. I wrote about that on LinkedIn, and then she came to me on on direct messages on LinkedIn, and she was like, "I just saw that you did a course, and I'm also looking for someone who is in the same field as you." And then that's how I started social media marketing. And now, later that year, 2020, I then saw a course that was for 3 months, a very like difficult course, I can say, because we had assignments every week. We had assignments, and also we had presentations. So I can say that that course took me out of my comfort zone. So I learned about social media on that course. It is offered by Digital Africa. If you're on LinkedIn, you'll know them. They always post a lot, Digital Africa, about what they do in the society. So yeah, that's what I did. So yeah, I've talked about virtual assistant. I've talked about social media marketing, and what was something else that you asked me?
There was digital marketing, CV crafting, and digital
Yes.
communications. But I suppose
So
digital communications is social media marketing, probably.
yes. So with CV crafting, when you are looking for someone who's going to do your CV the way you want it, but you don't afford. So that's how my CV crafting started. So as I was telling you that in 2020, I had that lady who came to me and she was like, "I'm looking for someone like you, but now I want you to send me a CV via via the email." I did not have a CV. The only CV I had was the one that my mother did for me. So when I looked at it, it was not in the good standard. So I was like, how what I'm gonna do now that I don't have a CV? And I tried to copy and paste. So now I was not so tech savvy at that time because I just got in job. Like, okay, it was 2020, but I was not that tech savvy as now I am. So I went on and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and cut and paste on this CV, then send it to her. Then I also went to Internet Cafe. That's where I did a CV. But now I was like, there are a lot of people that are looking for the same skill, someone who can create a CV for them. And that's how I started. I started this in 2023. Uh, Earlier in 2023, I think I've been doing this for like a year now and almost 2 years of writing CVs and cover letters. What makes me to continue doing it is because I can see that there is value. People are getting jobs, and some are getting interviews, and some are getting the internships. So every day I wake up with someone testifying that they've got an internship or they've got an interview. Some of them it is their first time working. They've never worked before, and some they never attended interviews. So now they also want me to help them with questions. That's something that I still have to get into because now after I do their CV, they come to me and they're like, "I've
Yes,
got the
yes.
interview. Now, can you do interview preparations for me? Which questions can I expect on the interview?" And I think that's something that I also have to look into. And then about digital communication. So right now I'm studying PR with UNISA. So I'm studying PR because I want to be a great communicator, and I want also other people to know how to communicate. So currently I want to get into a space where I can be able to teach people how they can communicate well, because I believe that if you know how to talk, you can win a lot of things, because there are people that stay in jobs where they are not fulfilled. They start businesses, and then they charge prices that they are not worth because they're afraid to go out there. They're afraid to speak. So that's why I'm passionate about communications. I want to know how to, and also I can teach other people how to communicate well in public, so you can be able to get a lot of things. Because if you do not know how to communicate well, you are going to always lose, because you don't know how to speak for yourself. You don't know how to tell people your worth out there. So if you know how to communicate, you can tell people your worth. Yeah, I think
I
I've
love
answered
that
your
you
question.
you created your role for you. You did the course,
Yes,
and you didn't just stop. You started applying for jobs, and you started applying for, and then you created the opportunity. And in the CVs also, you created the opportunity. You didn't wait for the opportunity to come to you. You
to
went after
come.
your opportunity. So that's actually what I
Yes,
want to touch on a little bit. So you started your entrepreneurial journey very early in your career. Most people, they want to go work for a corporate, and then maybe after like 10, 20, or 10, 15 years, they decide, okay, I might open a business. Why did you
yes.
decide so early on, I want to be a business owner, or I want to run my own business instead of working for a corporate?
So sometimes we start by an accident. I also tried to get into the space of like getting jobs because I remember last year I had a job that I was working at, but I was a trainer. So I'm a certified digital marketing trainer. So I was training non-profit organizations to understand how they can use social media for the better of their organizations. So I did try to go to the like looking for jobs route. But I think because of unemployment, you then decide that instead of you having the whole time of sitting at home, how about you start something for yourself because you've been going to interviews and there are no responses that are promising. So how about you start your own thing? So in 2022, actually, that's when I started my own thing. Since I came to Joburg, I was trying to like do part-time jobs and all that. And then 2022, that's when I was like, you know what? I know that I can do digital marketing. How about I manage social media pages for other people? How about I write CVs for people? Because I knew that that was going to give me some money. So at least now I'm not going to be I'll do something that I like and fulfilled. I'm not going to spend more time at home doing nothing. So yeah, I started because of unemployment, and now I'm here.
Okay, it's amazing. For the audience, if you will be responding to questions towards the end, so please add your questions to the comment section now so that we don't miss them. I noticed when I looked through your LinkedIn profile that I mean you completed your undergrad and then you also have done many licenses and many certificates. If someone was looking to enter the digital marketing industry or the anything to do with digital communications, would you advise them now that you've done this? Would you advise them to go the university route or just go straight into doing the online certifications and license route, and why?
Okay. So I would advise you to first do the online certifications, short courses, because they are shorter. And also, why I'm saying this because you can take a longer route of going to varsity, and then you find out that this is not your favorite course to do. This is not what you want to do. And now, if you start with short courses, because with me, I started with doing social media without going to school first. Then, after I now knew that I love social media, I would like to expand more on the space of social media. Then that's when I chose the course of PR because now I knew that I want to do social media. I want to be in the space of communications. Then I went that route. So if you, I cannot say don't go that route like varsity if you want to, but at first look at what you're currently doing and see if you can expand with education or you want to start something new. Because now, if you're going to go the varsity way and then you find out that this course is not going to help you get what you want in life, in your career, it's not going to assist you, then now you've wasted your money and your time. But like in education, you don't say you waste the time or your money because any information that you get in the space of education, you are going to use it somewhere. You are going to use it in your business or anyway because you've just like in high school, we used to do mathematics and we did physical sciences. And now that you're in the space of marketing, I'm like, why did I do physical sciences or mathematics? How is it helping me? It is helping you because in physical sciences and mathematics, you were taught to be accurate. You were taught, so those are the skills that you got from high school. Now we are implementing them in real life. So it's not about, we can't say you wasted your money. If you have the money to to varsity, go to varsity so that you can learn everything that you have to. You are going to use that one day. But if you don't want to go that route, then that's also up to you. As long as you know how you're going to get there, you have to have a strategy on how you're going to get there.
Okay, no, makes sense. And again, I know you've done a lot of licenses and a lot of
Yes.
certifications, but which license or certificate has helped you the most and why?
Okay. The license that has helped me the most is
Ooh, it looks like we've had some technical difficulties. I think she's just dropped off. Apologies there. I think what we'll do is we'll give her a minute just to see if she can jump back on. If not, then we'll have to end the stream early. My apologies, but let's just give her a minute. I wanted to interview Afikile because I've been seeing her quite uh, quite prevalent on LinkedIn, doing her thing, very entrepreneurial, trying different opportunities, and I think that might be her. So I'm hoping she jumps on. There we go. Hi,
oh, thank
Afikile.
you. Yes.
No worries. We jumped off, but I carried on chatting
Okay.
just to give you some time. Let's just go through the
Okay,
question
thank
again.
you.
Which license or which certificate has helped you the most and why?
Okay. So I was still saying that the license that has helped me the most was the Facebook Blueprint, the one that I did in 2020 December. So with the course that I was doing for 3 months, they also offered us a voucher for us to do a Facebook course that is they paid for us. So I wrote the exam, and then that exam makes you to get to be able to train people on how to use social media for their business. They teach you about ads. Then if you write that exam, you pass it to 30%, then you're qualified to be a trainer. So that exam helped me so much because now I was able to get that badge. And after getting that badge, I was able to go to a lot of provinces teaching people about social media. So the company that I was working with was a technology company. So what I was doing was that I was teaching people non-profit organizations on how they can use social media to grow their businesses. So this was mostly Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp because obviously the company is also working with Facebook. So yeah, I can say that helped me so much. As much as I am talking about that one, I won't leave the Google fundamentals of digital marketing because that one is a free course that you can do. So it introduces you to digital marketing. So that is also going to work for you because once you do that one, you're going to be interested to do more. Then it shows you the importance of being online. It shows you the importance of understanding, of being tech savvy, so understanding technology, and then yeah, it will help you so much. But the thing
I
is,
actually
I
did
love
that course as
networking.
well.
Yes, I love
Sorry, you were saying?
I love expanding my knowledge. So that's why I have a lot of certifications on LinkedIn because I always do a lot of things. And sometimes I don't even post them that I've done them because I'm like, I've been doing certifications.
I love it. I love it.
Yes,
Let's talk virtual assistant services.
yes.
Can someone have a good career doing just virtual assistant services on its own, or do they need to do a whole lot similar to what you're doing?
Yes. So you can have like a whole career in doing that. Okay, let me also like clarify this. With me, when I'm doing social media management, I also take that as a virtual assistant service because I don't really know my clients. I only meet them online like this, so I don't know my clients. So I also fall under virtual assistant right now as a business because under virtual assistant, you can become a social media manager. You can set people's appointments. You can do their traveling stuff, like set up how they're going to travel and what they're going to do when they get there. So still, I can say that I'm still doing virtual assistant, but like I don't say that. But social media management is a virtual assistant service because if you are working with people that maybe they are in Cape Town, some are in Limpopo, that is being a virtual assistant because they don't know you in person, they've never seen you in person. So yeah, I can say that you can become that because right now I can say I am a virtual assistant because I don't go to an office. I don't work
Okay.
from an office. I work from like anywhere. So yeah, I can do virtual assistant and full time career. And you just have to strategize. You just have to know how to write pitches to clients. Maybe let's say you want to manage their social media platforms. You just have to know how to write and search, and also yeah, just work for them.
It makes sense. I mean, if you want to sell for them, you must be able to sell to them because
Yes,
that
yes,
makes sense.
you must.
That
Yes,
makes
you
sense.
must.
Um, are there any last, as we come towards the end of the show, are there any last few words from you or anything we didn't discuss that you'd like the audience to know?
So I like the audience to know that sometimes you don't have to wait for people because I've been in the space where they're like, uh, I've been unemployed, I'm not finding work. Sometimes, if you're in the cities, that's what I did. Being in the city sometimes is going to depress you if you don't have money, but look at the brighter side of things. Look at the positive side of things. What you have to do if you are in the city and you're unemployed, look for like the places that offer free Wi-Fi. Look for places that offer laptops, computers, because that's what I used to do. I used to go to places that offer free Wi-Fi before I had a laptop. I used to go to places that offer free Wi-Fi, offer laptops. Then I'll be there, research, learn a lot of. I've started my journey of learning online from 2019. I've been learning online from 2019. So what you have to do when you're unemployed right now, make sure that you go online, you search for courses that you can do for free first, and then when you now afford to pay, don't worry, pay for that course because you're going to get value out of that course. Don't be like, I'm not going to pay for this because I don't have the money or something. If you have the money, pay for the course because you're going to learn something, you're going to gain something, and you're gonna like work for yourself at some point. So don't Don't sit down at home if you're not doing anything now. Go to these places that are offering free Wi-Fi, free laptops, learn there. And then go out there yourself, start your own thing. Sometimes you don't have to start it as a business, like you can start it as a freelancer, you can start it as a formal business before you register, because you don't know if it's something that you like, but you know that you can do. So if you know that you can do it, you're also passionate about it, start with it. And then if now it's making you money, you can now do what you like, you can do what's
Yes.
going to give you more money. So you start small, because that's what I did with my CV prices. I started from 50 rands, but now I'm no longer charging 50 rands because of the testimonies that I've got, the demand out there. Now I'm not charging that 50 rand I was charging. I'm charging more than 50 rands now. But as long as you can tell people why you are charging the amount that you're charging, because of your time, obviously, because of the knowledge, because I did not just wake up and decide to do this. I first went online, learned the skill to do it. Now I can do it. So if you have testimonies, you know how you can vouch for it, why people are supposed to pay that amount, then it will work. So yes, sometimes you want to be formal in things, but if you don't have what is going to make you formal, you can start from where you are. You can start from the bedroom, do whatever that is going to make you money, and you are going to be living your best life one day. Now I'm not there yet, but it's better, because it's better from when I arrived in Johannesburg. I'm not there, like I haven't got my physical office, because one day I want to have my own physical office. I want to have my own creative space, because I'm a creative person. So I want to have my creative space in Johannesburg where people can come, they can learn, I can teach all the skills that I have in the creative space. But now I'm not going to stop because the creative space is not there. I'll go online, I'll go on TikTok, I'll teach you where you are. And then when I'm ready, the space is there, then we can do it.
That's a motivational way for the show to end. The show has been live on YouTube and should be available on podcast by tomorrow. If you're watching on YouTube or listening on the podcast and you feel that it's added value, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell to get automatically notified when the next episode comes out. Afikile, thank you so much
Yes,
for
yes.
sharing your story with